Think about that one person that you trust the least. Why don't you trust them? It's probably because they consistently lie to you, they break their promises, and they disappear when things get difficult. Now ask yourself this hard question. How many times have you treated yourself exactly like that one person? You say you are going to wake up by 5 a.m. You set an alarm, and once the alarm starts ringing, you hit snooze button 4 times. You said you are going to start that project, but you sit on your phone scrolling for hours. We often wonder why we suffer from chronic self-doubt, but the answer is just very simple. Your brain is just looking for a data, and the data says your word means nothing. We live in a culture obsessed with confidence. We read books, watch movies, repeat affirmations, just trying to force ourselves to feel capable. But confidence is a byproduct. Self-trust is the foundation. If you don't trust yourself, you will constantly overthink every decision. You will constantly seek validation from people who doesn't even care about you, and you will remain paralyzed with the fear of making the wrong move. Today, we are breaking down the psychological mechanics of why you lost faith in your own voice, and how exactly to rebuild a reputation with yourself. Every time you formulate an intention and you fail to execute it, an internal micro trauma occurs. Your brain has a highly sophisticated system designed to predict outcomes and keep you safe. When your conscious mind says we are going to the gym today, and your action says we are staying on the couch scrolling for hours, you create profound cognitive dissonance. You are effectively teaching your subconscious that your conscious declaration are completely unreliable. Over time, your mind will stop taking your goals seriously. This is why when you try to set a big New Year resolution, you immediately feel a wave of anxiety or imposter syndrome. It is not because you lack talent, it's simply because your brain remembers every single promise you broke last time. When the internal trust is bankrupt, you begin to outsource your life to an external authorities. You can't order a food in the restaurant without asking others what they are ordering or what they are buying. You can't make a career pivot without surveying from other friends, like 10 friends, about their opinion about that career pivot. You can't buy an outfit without sending a picture or a photo of it to a group chat first to get approval. This looks like humility or gathering opinions, but this is actually an anxiety response. You are so terrified of making a mistake. You are so terrified to face your own self-criticism that you let other people make the choices for you. That way, if it fails, you can blame them or circumstances, shielding yourself from the pain of accountability. But here is the catch. You cannot build a sovereign life on other people's blueprint. Why did we start breaking these promises in the first place? It usually comes down to three deeply ingrained mental habits, which I'm going to mention in this video. The perfectionism illusion. You set a goal that are so huge and unrealistic, like 0 to 100 overnight. That failure is guaranteed. So when you fall short, inevitably, you use that as an evidence that you can't trust yourself. Over-identifying with emotion. You confuse a temporary feeling with permanent truth. Because you are afraid to launch a business doesn't mean you are incapable. It simply means you are stepping into the unknown. Low self-trust causes you to treat every passing emotion as an absolute fact. Then the third mental habit is the nice guy or nice girl syndrome. You prioritize keeping promises to others while routinely breaking the promises you make for yourself. You can stay late at work to help a co-worker while you break the workout routine that you are supposed to do for yourself. You break it while helping your own co-worker. Life without self-trust is exhausting. It turns your mind into a courtroom where you are constantly prosecuting and defending your own choices. You become susceptible to manipulation. Gaslighters thrive on people that lack self-trust, because if they tell you that reality is different from what you saw, you will believe them over what you see with your own eyes. You lose your boundary. You stay in mediocre relationships. You stay in jobs that drain your soul because you simply don't believe that you have the capability to survive outside your current comfort zone. You can't think your way into self-trust. You can only act your way into it. So here are the 4 steps to rebuild your self-trust. Step 1. Shrink the threshold of the promise. Don't promise yourself that you are going to change your entire life tomorrow. If you have not been working out before, don't promise yourself 6 days a week at the gym. Instead, promise yourself 15 minutes of walking every day. Set a promise so small that it is virtually very slim to fail, and bank the win. Step 2. Eliminate renegotiation. Once the alarms turns off or the calendar says it's time to work, the door for debate is closed. No time for renegotiation. Treat your calendar as a high-stake client, as a meeting with high-stake client. You can't cancel a meeting with a CEO just because you don't feel like it. So stop skipping on yourself. Step 3. Separate your worth from your outcomes. Trusting yourself doesn't mean trusting that you will always win every time. It means trusting that you can handle it if you lose. Shift your focus from predicting a perfect outcome to surviving whatever outcome occurs. Practice radical self-honesty. Step 4. If you mess up and break a promise, don't rationalize it away or spiral into a self-looting. Own it. Clean the slate and move on immediately into the next action. The ultimate metric of maturity isn't about how much money you make or how smart you are, or how many people admire you. It is the distance between what you say you are going to do and what you actually execute. When the distance shrinks to zero, something incredible happens immediately. The anxiety stops, the overthinking also stops. You realize you don't need a guarantee of success from the outside world because you already have a guarantee of execution from the person in the mirror. Building self-trust is a quiet, unglamorous daily process. It's one when in the moment when nobody is watching, when you choose to do hard stuff simply because you told yourself you would. Start small today. Keep the next promise. Fix the relationship with yourself today, and the rest of the world will fall into place. If you are ready to reclaim your personal sovereign, click subscribe button, drop a comment below, and like and reshare for others to learn as well. See you in the next video.